That's rock and country music facts and trivia. We're doing rock and roll today, and probably one of the most iconic rock and roll bands, Led Zeppelin. Who is still alive from Led Zeppelin, and what are they doing now? And we'll start with Jimmy Page, who's 80 years old. In the years immediately following Led Zeppelin's dissolution, Page played one-off shows, backed up musicians like Roy Harper, and wrote the soundtrack to 1982's Death Wish 2. In 1984, he reunited with Plant as part of the Honey Drippers. Plant's R&B covers supergroup. Other members include Nile Rodgers and Jeff Beck. That same year, he formed The Firm with Paul Rodgers of Free and Bad Company. Planned as a short-term collaboration, the band released albums in 85 and 86, then broke up. Page released his first solo album, Outrider, in 1988 and collaborated with Whitesnake's David Coverdale for 1993's Coverdale Page. Page and the remaining members of Led Zeppelin had reunited periodically through the 80s and 90s, primarily for charity or special events. In 94, Page and Plant more formally reunited for an MTV Unplugged performance, which later made up part of the material included on the album No Quarter. The pair toured to support the album, releasing a second collaborative record, Walking into Clarksdale, in 1998. Page collaborated with a number of younger artists in the late 90s, including Fred Durst and the Black Crowes, who recorded the 2000 live album Live at the Greek with Page. This will be Page's final album, aside from the 2012 release of a soundtrack he recorded in the 70s. 2007, Page, Plant, and Jones reunited for a charity concert in London's O2 Arena with Jason Bonham on drums. The next year, he played Whole Lotta Rosie during the opening ceremonies of London's 2008 Summer Olympics. He produced and starred in the 2009 documentary It Might Get Loud, which followed Page, The Edge, and Jack White, examining each of their guitar playing styles. The entire band received the Kennedy Center honors in 2012. Today, Page lives in London with his longtime girlfriend, poet Scarlett Sabat, 34 years old. Robert Plant, 76. Plant kicked off his long solo career in 1982 with Pictures at 11. Plant released 6 solo albums between 82 and 93, as well as the Honey Drippers album, which reunited him and Page and Jones. After appearing on Page's 1988 album Outrider, he and Page formally joined forces for Page and Plant, a project that released 2 albums and toured extensively between 94 and 98. But while the 80s and 90s were about solo work or reconnecting with former bandmates, the new millennium revealed that Plant had a new interest, forming bands. Over the course of the first decade of the 21st century, Plant developed 3 new collaborations, all of which explored his passion for bluegrass, folk, and Americana music. The first folk blues band, Strange Sensation, were founded in 2001 and would go on to release 2 Grammy-nominated albums. In 2006, he would begin his folk Americana music in collaboration with bluegrass singer Alison Krauss, releasing the duets album Raising Sand in 2007. The album was one of the greatest successes of Plant's post-Zeppelin career, winning 5 Grammys, including Album of the Year and going platinum. In 2010, he started a new band with his old band's name, Band of Joy. But while the first Band of Joy was a London rock band in the swinging 60s, the new Band of Joy was an Americana outfit that included folk singer Patty Griffin. She and Plant went on to date from 2011 to 2014. He recruited bandmates from Strange Sensation to form the sensational Space Shifters, who backed him on the 2014 solo album Lullaby and the Ceaseless Roar. Plant and the remaining members of Zeppelin reunited for showing honors Atlantic Records at Ertegun in 2007. Afterward, waiving all speculation of the Led Zeppelin reunion became nearly a full-time job for Plant. He shot down rumors of a reunion tour repeatedly, sometimes exchanging heated words with Page, who was eager for a reunion, in the press. In 2021, he and Krauss released another collaborative album, Raise the Roof. He found the band Saving Grace in 2019 and still plays with them today. He resides in a village in a rural area of Worcestershire in the UK. John Paul Jones, an accomplished session musician before he joined Zeppelin, Jones returned to the trade after the band broke up, playing on albums from Paul McCartney's 1984 Give My Regards to Broad Street to 2005's In Your Honor by the Foo Fighters. He also expanded his studio work, providing orchestral arrangements for REM's 1992 album Automatic for the People. In 1995, he began his career as a producer with Heart's album The Road Home. Jones is notable among Led Zeppelin members for his work with bands from the next generations. Beyond REM and the Foo Fighters, He has produced albums for the Dachshunds and played in Them Crooked Vultures, a supergroup featuring him alongside Queens of the Stone Age Josh Homme and David Grohl. He is also notable for his interest in avant-garde music, starting in 1994 when he released the collaborative album The Sporting Life with experimental musician Diamanda Galás. In the decades since, he's periodically worked on noise music with bands like Sonic Youth. In 2019, he formed the extremely experimental band Sons of Chipotle, which you can check out on YouTube. Jones is still married to Maureen Haggerty, whom he wed 2 years before he joined Led Zeppelin. The couple raised their 3 daughters and live in London today. A great rock and roll band. I got to admit, they kind of strayed from that kind of style of rock and roll, man. I mean, the stuff with Alison Krauss was awesome, but it was strange. for you know, it's kind of like I just did a video on the Andy Griffith Show, facts and trivia on George Lindsay played Cooper Pyle on the Andy Griffith Show, was the first choice to play Spock on Star Trek. So to me, it's kind of like Led Zeppelin doing bluegrass. Okay. All I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please like this video. Appreciate it. Guys, have a great day. God bless you. And I'm praying for you.